Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to do a little special topics for you guys because this is stuff I say all the time off camera. And then I was along crime and I saw a case from 2016 with an officer, with two officers, that was a crazy crime. Like, this was insane. Like, they responded to a call, which I'll tell you in a minute. They responded to something and it just got so bad. But the topic is, do racist people get into law enforcement to purposely commit crimes? This is a serious thing. Be for real. We've seen so many like officers who accidentally pull the gun rather than the taser, which okay, you know where you put it at. That's just me, what I think. You should know where you put the stuff at. Why would you put a trigger if you're like over them? There's so many, just come on. The one we're going to be covering, talking about real quick is it was Jamarian, what's his name real quick? Jamarian Robinson, because I remember I heard about it, but I didn't know his name. But this is the dude that was shot 75 times by two officers. They were the ones charged. I believe it was like a whole task force. They was responding to a call, and they said the dude was mentally ill, schizophrenic. So yeah, even if he had a gun, you know, my whole thing about the gun things though, okay, a lot of stuff I'd be like, okay, they deserved it, but not this. Come on, 75 times is insane. Actually, they let out 90 rounds. So can you just imagine what that sound like in that house? Oh my God. But shot 75 times, arms and legs, they said about gone. I'm gonna talk about that too in here. And the coroner even said son was up close. So very personal. I think this is very personal. That's why I say, I would say this is definitely some racially based stuff, because that's insane. You know, that's not the job when you get into law enforcement. And for some reason, anytime you talk about law enforcement on YouTube, it's always like do you call them liberals, or what do we call these people who are really into, like, you know, police and, you know, protecting, which is good, but you always got people who be like, well, if we didn't have police, which I got a comment like this when I was talking about it before, if we didn't have police, y'all would be crying because all the crime that would happen. Look, dummy, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the excessiveness of these criminals, aka some of these cops. And it's like with the black on black crime, and it be white people too, you know, getting killed by police. Like, it's just insane. The Sonya case, you know, she was in her house and he shot her, and this was all on video. That's why I don't understand. They know they're being recorded. It's just disgusting. But you have a lot of these. The Floyd thing, he didn't get off his neck. Why would you not let him breathe? He's in handcuffs. It's so much. Yeah, y'all know that movie Fruitvale Station? That was based on a true story, when the dude actually forgot to pull the taser, and he shot him with his gun, which he thought was a taser. It's so much. You'd be like, do y'all purposely do this? Like, what the heck? Now, like I said, it's not just white cops. Black cops, the ones in Tennessee that they disbanded that whole freaking task force because of how disgusting this case was. I can't even talk about it that much. That's how disgusting it was. And I say it was stuff used on this man. Like, it was 5 dudes, and they beat him to like death, and well, that was very hard to read and degrading on that man. I was just like, oh my God. Like, that really shows you that. And it's not just like, I'm not saying, like I said, they're not white, that was all black, but that doesn't matter. It's just crime in general. Do people, I think we should just say, do people become, like, get into law enforcement to do crime? Or racial, sometimes I think it's mostly racially based, but black people do it to other black people, and I just think that was just a crazy case. Wow. People get into these, and they get into this field, which don't pay that much in certain places, but they get into this field knowing that it don't pay that much, but they want to be in here because of the power it holds. They feel they can do anything they want. And mind you, the case we're talking about, the feds want them to put more charges on them, so I don't know what they got. But 75 times is insane. 90 rounds is, wow. That dude is dead. Like, why are you still shooting him? So definitely excessive. So let me go on and share the screen with you guys. Shot the bits. Prosecutors want upgraded murder charges for officers who shot suspects 75 times. And those are the two men. A trio of Donald Trump appointed federal circuit judges heard Georgia prosecutors request to send a murder case back to state court so that 2 cops accused of shooting Jamarian Robinson 75 times could be charged with additional wrongdoing. What did they get? The fatal shooting happened after the Atlanta Police Department issued an arrest warrant for the 26-year-old in August 2016. He allegedly pointed a gun and fired at officers who had been responding to reports that he was unmedicated and schizophrenic after he poured gasoline on his mother at their home, or her home. Both of the officers were part of a 16-member U.S. Marshal Regional Task Force searching for Robinson to execute the arrest warrant. And I really do think that's a little extra, but okay. But you are talking about somebody that had gasoline, I guess arson, whatever. Definitely excessive. And I'm going to tell y'all why I think that. They forcibly breached the door, and according to reports, he fired 2 rounds toward the officers, none of whom were injured. Officers responded by firing over 90 rounds into the apartment. And according to a medical examiner's report, Robinson, who died, sustained 75 bullet wounds. Haynes and Hutchinson were accused of using excessive force by continuing to shoot at Robinson even after he was unresponsive. One report showed that Robinson's hands and arms were shot to bits, and there were some speculations that officers may have shot Robinson at close range. Fulton County prosecutors brought criminal charges against them in 2021, and the case was removed to federal court in 2022 on the basis that, as part of a federal task force, the officers had been acting under color of federal law. When Fulton County District Attorney took office, she took over the case and said she was prioritizing the prosecution of police excessive force cases. The grand jury indicted Haynes on 2 counts of felony murder, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, burglary in the first degree, making a false statement, and violation of oath by public officers. Hutchinson was indicted on the same charges, as well as an additional count of making a false statement relating to statements he made during the official investigation into Robinson's death. Prosecutors say the officers lied about seizing fire after a stun gun grenade may have been used to confuse the investigation of the scene. And that's why I want to talk about it, because that's insane. The use of force is still shooting somebody after they're dead. Like, what? Now, was this racially motivated? Couldn't have been, well, probably not, but I do think it is, because why would somebody do that? Just all these cases of white and black and, you know, the excessive force they could do with this. Now, talking about this case specifically, you had 16 men. I personally believe that, I don't know why they'd be so scared of one gun, even though a gun can kill you. I know it. Don't tell me that. I know a gun can kill you. Bullets can murder you. But you have 16 people. When they have a task force, they're geared up. You got helmets on, glasses. You got about every body armor on. Okay? Like, I don't understand that. Like, what are they so afraid of? Like, okay, you get struck by a bullet and it'll probably hurt you. But, like, when they say task force, y'all, they are geared up. Like, they're geared up. So, it don't make no sense. I don't think that, like, 16 people kicking out a door, everybody's shooting one person. You're looking for one person, not like a whole group of people. And it's crazy with the certain cases they do go all in on, like, versus other people. I just don't understand it. I definitely think it's racially motivated now that I keep saying it. I'm like, the excessive force is wild. All these other cases with, like, you know, the recent one, that Sonya case, you know, I hear it was other stuff that his girlfriend knew her and didn't like her, but that could have played a part, they say. But I don't know. I'm like, she had a pot of water. That woman had a pot of water. She didn't have a weapon. So I don't understand that either. It's like, why would you shoot her? And it's all recorded and they still lie. So y'all, are these racist people really getting in here? Because look, I say it all the time. Racist people live in the South, and these people think like this. They're still racist because of the way they grew up. They, for some reason, can't get out that mindset that this is not the way the world works now, and they don't care. They grow up like this, and they teach their kids that way. And that's how this human population would just continue to go downhill, because it's like, get into the real world, okay? This is not the way the world should work. But there's racist people everywhere. There's racist black people. Seriously, there's racist people everywhere. But it's like, we gotta do better. But getting into, like, you got racist people getting into, like, fields of, you know, the military. You got people with weapons now, and they know how to use it. That's scary. They get into these roles of power just so they can run over people. It's just like, because there's sayings with black people, how you be like, oh, you need to be like, be careful when getting stopped by a white cop. You know what not to do, because they'll shoot you immediately. Like, that's so sad. Telling black men not to wear hoods, you know, because they look suspicious while walking around. Anybody should be able to wear a black hoodie, but to be honest, don't. Okay, do not. It do look very suspicious, but it's like, it shouldn't be like that. And that's also because a lot of people do be up to no good, but a lot of people don't. They just be wearing a hoodie. Them cops purposely stopping, like, young black kids who are, you know, walking the streets because they think they're up to no good. It's like, just because you think don't mean they are. It's weird to me. It's like, why? Because I feel like this is definitely true that they get into this law enforcement because they know they're going to be protected. They know they're going to be protected if they do something wrong. So they just continue to do it. And then if they quit, they just go to another precinct. This is insane. I really do think that's true as I'm saying it. But I'm curious if y'all think that, maybe y'all got your own opinions about it. But I'm not saying that we need to defund the police because people be saying it. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying a lot of these racist people become police officers so they can run over people. That is actually true. And can it be racially motivated? Can it not? Yes, no, maybe, okay. But these cases, like the one we just covered, 75 rounds is insane. That was not necessary whatsoever. That was beyond excessive. And they should have actually arrested the whole task force that went in the house. You broke down the door. He shot bullets. He missed. Okay, shoot him. 2 times, okay? Even if they killed him with like less bullets, I think it would have been okay, because he had a weapon. But then you got people that protest and be like, well, he's mentally ill. And actually, while I'm thinking about this, I need to check something. There's the mentally ill whole thing. We might have to talk about that on another episode of a video because that's a lot already. I got my personal views about that. But you are dealing with a weapon. I understand that. A lot of these black people do be having guns now, but a lot do not. Like this dude, Robinson, he shot back at them. He missed. Okay? But now, if they shoot him and he died, oh well. Because he had a gun and that's their safety. But like I said, people would protest that he was mentally ill, schizophrenic. Y'all should have did something else. Shot him in the leg. They could have did that too, to be honest. They could have did. But even if they did shoot him, I would be like, okay, well, he had a gun. They did what they had to do. The thing is, though, the excessiveness. Why would you shoot him over and over like that? You got one person like shooting. It ain't that many rounds up in that gun. Why did they all have to shoot? And why did those 2 men continue to shoot? That's the question. And are they racist? Or do these people become do these racist people become cops to do stuff like this? It's crazy. But yeah, you do have people who don't believe that they do not believe that you should shoot like mentally ill people. But if they have a weapon, bro, I can't defend them. I'm like, you got to just be careful. I'm about to be dodging bullets now, but the excessiveness, that's what it is. With George Floyd thing, they said he's I just saw they're letting him look at his heart to see if that could have caused his death. Oh my God, I'm just so tired of seeing that crap. Let me calm down. But I'm like, you stood on his neck. He said he couldn't breathe. Like what why would you do that? Just the excess force of other white officers who shot. I remember I watched a video, a body cam video of a white woman who shot that teenage boy and while he was driving. He tried to run off, but it's like you didn't have to shoot him. Okay, you go do a car chase. Y'all got his license plate on camera. Just let him go and find him later or whatever. But you didn't have to shoot him. And then she started crying because she shot him. And then everybody was protesting. So I'm like, yeah, you knew that was gonna happen. So I don't know. It's excessiveness. It's a lot of racially motivated stuff. Could be, couldn't be, but I do believe it is. But I purposely believe that a lot of these people do be racist and they get into this line of work so they can do this on purpose. Because they know they have people that protect them. They know a lot of other officers believe just like they do. Now, there's a lot of officers that don't, that go by the law. They do the right thing. But there's many that do not, and they don't care. That's scary. That is so scary. Like, I have not come across a racist officer, but there's a lot of people, and I'm in Arkansas. Now, there are parts of Arkansas we know you don't go in because they'll pull you over, and that's sad too. It's like, they'll really be the sheriffs. There'll be some, dude, is sheriff still a thing? I swear it. I see the sheriffs, but I think they be in smaller towns. That's where you know not to go because they're racist. They'll pull you over for no reason that they're racist, but it's just interesting to me, and it's crazy because it's like, that should not be a thing. Like, what the heck? I didn't ask y'all to be get in this field to get mad, but this was that case was definitely excessive. 90 times, 75 shots is like his arms is bullet holed up. Like, why would you shoot somebody like that? Like, as a human being, why would you do that to somebody? One shot, if you, like I said, if they would have shot him one time and he died, oh well, okay. He shot y'all. There you go, protected. And then somebody had the nerve to say in the comments down here on this video that, well, he had a gun, he got what he deserved. Get out of here. These people are not welcome. I'm like, are you blind? Are you deaf? What are you talking about? Do you know how many times, and I'm talking about the whole task force, because they said they was using excessive force, still shooting. Can you imagine somebody down there. You know how many times 75 times is? And that's how I know it's all of them. That's why everybody should be getting charged. Like, just shooting somebody 75 times. They're not moving. You let your anger out on that. Like, that's crazy. Really think about 75, 90 times. Because this is how many they shot, mind you. 75 hit him. What does that look like? So, yeah. Y'all can, you know, debate that in the comments. People always saying that, you know, we need police, but I'm like, we do need them, but it's like, we don't need racist cops. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay safe, stay aware, stay alert. Stay alert, stay alert, stay alert. Be careful. Oh my God, these people are crazy. These freaking cops are crazy. Like, that's so insane. I wouldn't even know what to do if there was like a family member. I'm like, dang, if I would have heard he died after shooting a cop, like trying to shoot them, I'd be like, okay, dang, okay, he got what he deserved. Why would he shoot them? Why would he have a gun? But if I would have heard their part, I'd be like 90 times. Oh yeah, that's wild. If I would have heard his bullets missed and they shot him 75 times but let 90 rounds out, oh, it's over. I'm protesting too. That's insane. That's insane. So on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. What do you think of this? I don't know. I just got that feeling that a lot of racist people get into these positions on purpose. So, and I'll let you guys go on that note. Bye.